Scotland road trip, you say? Yes, sir! I've been enjoying sunny Skye, and 2 days ago I took you on a tour of some of Skye's most amazing natural sights. And in the last episode, we went hiking to the peak of Skye, which was absolutely epic. In this episode, I'll take you on a tour of the Trotternish Peninsula, where we'll see some magical rock formations, some awesome waterfalls, the odd abandoned building, and the only question is, would I run out of superlatives? Smoking. Wow, absolutely smoking. I woke up next to the harbour in Portree, and after a brief stop for provisions, I was on the road to the Trotternish Peninsula, home to some remarkable natural sights. It was quite a short drive, but as always, on Skye, absolutely spectacular. I parked up and headed up the hill, along with all the other day trippers. This is a very popular spot. I'm here at the Old Man of Storr, which is that incredible rock up there, which has just cleaved off the side of this cliff. And then essentially it's just got stuck in some softer rock lower down, and it's been balanced there ever since. On my way here this morning, I was considering, these things don't last forever. And I was wondering if it would fall over during my lifetime. And it's actually been there relatively recently. It's only 6,000 years that it's been stood like that. So who knows? Also on the trip here this morning, I stopped off at the Bridal Vales waterfall, which is right by the side of the road. And it's definitely worth a stop. I really like the green rocks, the way the rocks were covered with like moss and grass and stuff. Very pretty. But this thing is incredible, and there's needle rock here as well, and further up the path there's a brilliant viewpoint where you get a great angle looking down and out across the lochs. And then even further up and around the corner you can get up to the top of the ridge here, and sometimes those extra bits of hike, they're just not worth it. Like, you get up there and you go, well, the view's not as good from here anyway, but this one is. Look at these views, man. Look at this. It separates the needle from the Old Man, so you get a much more interesting sort of angle for it. Absolutely smoking. And you can see further out across the lochs as well. So go beyond the viewpoint if you get up here. That's my tip. It's only a little bit further. A couple of different paths to get up here. A shallower, longer one, and a steep, shorter one. I took the shallower, longer one. I prefer that. There's some steep bits in it though, and I'm going to take the steep one back down. There's a big paid for car park here with toilets and coffee and all that kind of stuff, and a visitor centre. But just 500 yards down the road, there's a decent sized lay-by. So if you don't mind walking an extra 500 metres here and 500 metres back, then you can park for free. And it's by the side of the road. It's lovely. You get a view out across the loch. It's beautiful. Alrighty, we are exploring the northeast peninsula of Skye today, and we got a load more stops, some of which are super exciting. So let's get on with it.
Last night by the glamorous PFA Scotland Awards, which saw Celtic forward Dyson Maeda.
Well, just 5 minutes down the road is this. This is the Lealt waterfall, and there's a car park up the top there and a viewing area. And I thought, this is kind of nice, it's all right, but you can't really get a good view of it too well up there. But what I didn't realise is that's the upper falls, these are the lower falls, and you have to walk along the trail to the cliff edge, down the path, past the old ruin, round the corner, and then you get here. And this is totally worth it. Beautiful waterfall. Feels very remote as well, which is nice.
And Skye will close down today, 22 years.
All right, next stop. Oh, that was a bit of a climb up there. But this is called The Brothers Point. And again, it's just another 5 minutes road down the road from the last stop. And it's just a really cool headland. And look, it looks like a den made by sheep. That's all wool on the top there. And I reckon the sheep come up here and just shelter out of the wind. Good idea. It's about a 20-minute hike down to here. There's a spot over there apparently where you can see dinosaurs' footprints. I couldn't see them. I checked the photos online and I wouldn't have been able to tell that was a dinosaur's footprint anyway. So yeah, but it's a cool little hike up here. Narrow trail. There's a cool, really like ridge of headland just here. Looks like a dinosaur's back actually. Like a Stegosaurus, or I don't know. One with a really high ridge on its back anyway. early May. It's been a bit of rain recently, but it's muddy on the way across here. So good footwear recommended strongly for this one. Man, what a beautiful day. There's loads more pretty stops to come, but I just feel like sitting here for a little while. This is the coast of Skye all the way back up along. I think that might be the mountain range there, where we've spent the last couple of days. Maybe, could be wrong. This is the Quiraing. Absolutely unbelievable area. It's same as we saw earlier with the Old Man of Storr, where all these things like this bit here has just slipped down from up there somewhere thousands of years ago, and it's just stuck there. There's been more recent slides as well. That looks like that could have been the last 6 months or so, to be honest. There's nothing green growing on top of it again. And this is like a 7k loop, and we go all the way around here, and then we go back up over the top and back to the car park over there. Just you have to keep stopping and going, look at this stuff. You got a bit beauty blind when you're seeing it all the time. This is absolutely world-class scenery. Magic. And that falling rock sign is no joke. Look at this. Rock slide just going down, all the way down the hill here. Some of those are basketball sized or bigger. One of those at you, you'd be in trouble, let me tell you. It's so beautiful though. Wow, wow, wow. So many of these peaks have like little caps on, like that one there. They've all got one. There's another one there and there. Little top hats. It's a good view now though, how this one's just slipped from up here straight down into the valley and then stopped. Wonder when the next one's going to fall. At the far end now, it got pretty cold down there in the shadows with the wind blowing. Look at the views from this end. Go on forever. So pretty. Right, now it's up the ridge and back down the other side to the car park, which I suspect will be more difficult and not as beautiful, not as striking maybe. On the trail down there, the two lads stood on top of this rock. But honestly, I don't fancy that. Nah. So important to stop every once in a while and just take a look around. This is otherworldly up here. I got a good old sweat on that bald head as well at the moment. Look at that. Gleaming in the sun. Ooh. Absolute chasm down there. I think I'm going to move because some of this has slipped. But yeah, fairly recently I'd say. Let's get a bit further north, shall we? So that was the Quiraing, meaning round fold from the Norse language. There's lots of chatter at the bottom there of which way round to go, which way's better, go up first and then down and round, or go down and round and then up and over. Really, pick your poison. No. What's the opposite of poison? Pick your medicine. No, it's not medicine. Pick your sweets, because it's just gorgeous either way. So if you take the low track first and you get all the rock formations, which is super cool, and then you come up over the top and you get the incredible panoramics out to sea, And if you do it the other way around, it's just in reverse. The only thing is you got a really steep climb at the start if you got the high side first, which, you know, maybe what you prefer. Either way, it is a banging hike.
Will be a really good addition to the top flight. McGlynn was last night named.
Wow, what a day. Skye is an absolute stunner. Stopped at a couple of other little places as well along the way. Kilt Rock, which was cool, with its waterfall, which was awesome, but like, you only need to spend 5 minutes there because like you can't really get a great view of it, but it's a cool spot. And Duntulm Castle as well, which was a really cool little ruin. Fun to play around for like 10 minutes, and it's right next to the road as well, so worth a visit if you're in the area. Gonna bring this one to an end now. It's been a magical 3 days on Skye, but tomorrow I'm heading across the seas over that way. From that jetty there, answers in the comments if you know where I'm headed, and if you're watching this more than a week after I published this video, then it will be linked just about there. And if it's not, there'll be something else cool linked there, so you should watch that anyway. All right, cheers, bye. Do all the good stuff, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode where I head off to another beautiful Scottish island. Peace!